What is the deal, beautiful people? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Ramon, and this is another episode of AMA, Ask Me Anything. And for those of you who are new here, you ask your question in the comment section down below, and I answer it in upcoming videos. Today is a question that I'm quite interestingly happy to see. This camera is such a trooper. What would you prefer for landscape photography? The Olympus OMD EM10 Mark II or the Sony A6000? When I say a trooper, I'm not talking about the Olympus. I know the Olympus is my champion, but the Sony A6000, my God, this camera is still out there, and it's still an amazing camera, man. I like both of these cameras, to be honest. So I guess digging in on the question, there are two sides to this, and I think there's ultimately one deciding factor. First, let's start with the Sony. The A6000 has no slouch of a sensor. It's an APS-C sensor, and it's a very high quality sensor. And I don't see many downsides to that camera besides not having some of the newer features of the new cameras like IBIS and whatnot. But the A6000 for thinking about landscape photography, you know, when I think about landscape photography, I think it's important to get the most data possible. And you would think, in theory, yes, that means the bigger sensor. So the Sony A6000 is definitely a good contender in this conversation. And then there's the Olympus. The Olympus does have a much, can you say much? It does have a smaller sensor than the A6000, but that doesn't mean it's a slouch either. Plus, you get two very important features, one of which is IBIS. And sure, when you say landscape photography, you think that you're always going to be on a tripod, but there are times that you're not going to be on a tripod. And having in-body image stabilization adds some it adds a fail-safe to how much light you can let in and comfortably get that shot. And there is live composite. Live composite is such a difficult mode to explain to people, but pretty much what it does, it's mainly for nighttime photography and images where you got a lot of light. So I'm thinking of cityscapes and whatnot. And what it does is it records intensity of light once, and you pretty much, it's a variation of bulb mode. So the camera is just always recording light. And whatever light gets captured, it gets captured that once, and it doesn't intensify. It just gets captured. It gets metered and exposed well, and that's that. So if you can think about it, if you're recording like a river and there's boats passing, you can have a live composite run up to like half an hour, or however long your battery can last, and all you'll see is just lights of the river, lights going up and down, and then planes flying by. So it's a really cool thing to have. Some very creative landscape stuff I've seen out of live composite. So that's that. So ultimately, there are two sides to this. I think the Sony has the preferred sensor size that would give you the best outcome, one would think, and I think the Olympus has the features that could give you the edge. Where I'm going to give the win to the Olympus is solely on lenses. Sony's E-mount doesn't have the best reputation when it comes to lenses. One, they're super expensive for APS-C. And two, most of them aren't really as sharp as anything else in that price range. So yeah, by and large, I think Sony's E-mount lenses are trash, and it's quite the opposite for Olympus. Their lenses are quite affordable, and they're super sharp. And I think you can find, you know, going for a wide angle lens, you're doing landscape, you're gonna want a wide angle. You can usually find a better quality lens for Olympus and a better priced lens. And when you pair that to the camera, even though it doesn't have the preferred sensor size, I think you'll be able to get your result just fine. But yeah, hit the comment section below, folks. I want to know if you agree with the decision, and even if you've got some more options or a different perspective on it, toss it down in the comment section down below. Like the video if you like it. Subscribe to the channel if you're new here. Again, my name is Ramon, and I'm out of here. Peace.